Hey guys! My name is Cassie, if you don't know it. But this is the makeup look I just did, and I am showing it to you because I always get people asking me, what do you put on your face? What do you do? So I decided that I would start trying to make videos, and hopefully there's going to be more after this one. But I just wanted to show you this look that I made. It's kind of one of my everyday looks. I know, like, it's very fancy, and I work at a Starbucks. So I don't even know why I said that. This makeup is definitely not a fancy look. Like, you would think that I wouldn't do this, but I mean, on days that I actually want to do makeup, this is one of my everyday looks, which I consider one of my natural looks. But yeah, I hope that you guys enjoyed this video, and I hope it was great, and yeah, I just hope that I did a good job for you guys, and you guys want more. Sorry if I look kind of lost. I don't know what I'm doing right now. But yeah, stay tuned to the video. Hey guys, it's Cassie here. I decided to do a voiceover for you guys instead of having the actual length of the video play out with me talking, which the conversation was very interesting, but the video was an hour long, and I don't think anyone wants to see me do makeup for a whole hour. So I decided to make it a little bit shorter, and just talk to you about what exactly I put on my face on a daily basis, or even just what I want to. Right now you can see me using my NYX micro brow pencil. I like it as a cheaper alternative to getting the Precisely My Brow by Benefit. I also have the Benefit Ka-Brow Pomade because I did have the Precisely My Brow, but I ran out of it, and I wanted a cheaper alternative because I'm constantly broke. I know a lot of you guys like know the struggle of constantly being broke. So yeah, I love this NYX brow pencil. It's honestly amazing. It's only $7, and I buy it constantly because it's a cheaper alternative to getting Benefit brow stuff, and it just works for me. I love it. It's nice, and it comes with a brow pencil on the other end, which is a plus. But I like to do my eyebrows first because if I do my foundation first, it's harder to fill in my eyebrows later after doing my foundation, and I don't know if it has to do with like the liquid consistency, but I prefer doing my eyebrows first just to set my face, and then I like to go in. So right now you see me with my different concealers, and what I like to do is I like to outline my eyebrows with a concealer that I have. I have 3 different kinds, which I will definitely list all the stuff that I use in this video down below. But I like to underline my eyebrows first before I put it on my foundation and stuff. But the thing that I forgot to do first, which I did mention in the original video, was that I was supposed to prime my face, which I end up doing, and then my face ends up looking very ashy and ghost-like, which I apologize for. I don't do that normally. Normally I prime my face before I do my eyebrows, but for some reason I just forgot, probably because I was so excited to film this. But normally I prime my face, and then I do my eyebrows, and then I do my concealer. But when I do my concealer, I like to do the dark spots around my face. I have oily skin, and more of an oily T-zone than I do the rest of my face, but that causes me to break out a lot. I break out a lot, and I get like black spots. My scarring tends to be on the blacker side of things, so I like to use concealer to lighten up those dark spots so that my face is kind of like an even tone all over. So as you can see here, I forgot to put in the primer before, and that's what I'm doing right now. But when I blend out my makeup, I like to use the Mario Bissot, and I'm so sorry for mispronouncing it wrong, but it's this aloe cucumber green tea extract spray, and I like to use that instead of water on my beauty blenders and my brushes to blend out my makeup. Because I find it a lot easier, and I find that my makeup tends to stay the thick consistency that it is when I do use that instead of using water, and it stays fuller and it stays more like full coverage than it would if I just use water. But that's my personal preference. So as you can see here, I am putting on my primer and my skin looks ashy AF. I am so sorry, guys. I don't do this normally, and that's not a normal thing for me. I'm putting on my primer, and after that, then I tend to put on my foundation. So the foundation I'm using is Infallible by L'Oreal, the 24-hour coverage one, and it is one of my most favorite foundations that I have ever worn because it is just full coverage, and I don't feel like I'm wearing a chunk full of makeup, even though it might look like at times that I'm putting on a chunk full of makeup. I feel wonderful when I wear this, and my skin just looks so flawless. I love wearing it because it just brings out the radiance that's underneath all the dark scars that I have on my face. I am putting foundation all over, and my skin looks like it just has blended in like perfectly. Like, I know when people see this, they're just like, oh no, like that's too light, what are you doing? But yeah, like I have a process that I go through. As you can also see here, I'm fixing my brows, and I don't know if I mentioned it before, but whenever I do my brows first, I have to like go back and fix them over and over again when I'm doing my foundation because I mess up a lot. That's why it always takes me forever to like leave my house if I'm doing my makeup, because my makeup takes forever. I put on my foundation, and normally after my foundation and blending it all in and just making it nice and smooth, I highlight underneath my eyes with whatever lighter concealer that I have. But yeah, after I do my concealer, I start highlighting and contouring. And so after the highlighting, which I did underneath my eyes, I like to start concealing after that highlight part, because instead of doing every other part highlight, I just like to highlight under my eyes first and then conceal and then highlight over top of it, because I'm weird and my makeup tricks that work for me aren't necessarily the same things that work for, say, like my best friend. It's different for everyone. But I do like to conceal, or not conceal, contour my cheeks. And I use two different things. I have it's like a stick foundation by Lancome, and I forgot what it's called. But it's the darkest shade that they have, and I like to use that contouring wise. But I also have the NYX concealer. That's what it is called. It's concealer, but I use it for contour because for me being dark, I have to go with the darkest shade in a brand to use it as contour. So I normally like going for like either like a very, very, very dark brown or like a very, very, very dark like red brown color to work as my contour. Also, when I'm contouring my cheeks, I like to conceal right underneath it so that it definitely gives me that shadow contour maneuver that people go for. I guess like you could say that I'm going for like the skeleton look, like makeup wise, without trying to look like a skeleton. So that you can, it's definitely like a precision under my cheekbones. But I do like to contour around my chin and then my jawline. And then when I do contour my jawline, I do like to do like little lines right underneath my chin, so that my jaw looks very sharp, like you could cut someone with that jawline, just like how women always say that about hot male models. But after I do that, I like to put on my powder, and the powder that I use is this Benai banana powder. It's amazing. It's great. I love using it because it just sets everything on my face wonderfully, and it just looks so great. But I like using that on like the places that I use to highlight, and I know it might look weird at times when I'm doing it, like my face is too light, but honestly, after everything sets in, it just looks so perfect. And as you can see here, I like tried to put the powder near my eyebrows, and of course I messed up, so you will see me go back in again to fix my eyebrows. But yeah, so after I do that, then I go in with the rest of the face powder. So I like to use a contour powder, and I also like to use my full face powder, but I like to use that just to like put everything together and just kind of soften the whole look that I have. I have this angle brush that I got from Ipsy that I use to contour, and so what I do is after I use the cream contour on my face, I just go over it a little bit with the powder that I just showed you, which is an off-brand eyeshadow pack that I got from Wish, the app, and I like to use that as my contour. And it's a dark, like, maroon color, like really, really dark maroon, close to a brownish color, and I like using that because it's, I guess, the darkest shade of powder substance that I have that just works well as a contour for me, and so that's what I just use. It just works perfectly in the way that I need it to, so I use that to go over all the parts that I contoured with on my nose. I don't do so as much on my forehead because I feel like my forehead, contour-wise, I don't want it to be too dark or to look too much, so I like just like using it on my nose, my cheek, and my jawline. After I finish putting my powders on my face, my highlight, contour, face powder, everything, I then go in with my Urban Decay All-Nighter Spray and I spray my face, and I like to do that before I put on my eyeshadow and my highlight and blush because it just sets all that in, and then I can go out after that and add all of my like shiny colors to my beautiful face. After that, what I like to do is I like to set my eyelids with a neutral brown color, one that just is very close to my skin tone, just so I can use that as a transition color and just kind of a base color for all of the colors that I like to use when I do my eyes. What I did was I used this red color, which is similar to the red color in the Shan Axo palette that she came out with, and it's just a little bit on the dimmer side. It has a little bit of brown in it, and I like to use that as the color on my lids. And for the color on the outsides, in the crease as well, I like to use a dark burgundy color mixed with the color that I use to contour my face. And the burgundy color that I use that I mix with it is from the Cardley Bible 14 color palette. I like to use both of those on my outer eyes and use that in the crease as my dark shade. And then in the inner eye, I like to end off with a goldish bronze color because I love bronze, I love gold. Like, I think it works well with my skin tone, so it just makes my skin pop even more when I use it. This time with this look, I decided to use a liquid eyeliner on my eyes. Normally I use pencil, but I decided to try and do a wing liner, and I succeeded. It looks great. After my wing liner, I used mascara, and I love Maybelline mascara. It is one of my favorite brands mascara-wise. I use the Big Shot and Last Sensational, and those are my two favorites that I love using right now. What I like to do is I like to go in first with Last Sensational and just get in the tiny hairs because it has a tiny brush, and I like to just make those prominent, and then I like to go on with Big Shot afterwards and just make them longer and fuller looking. But those are my two favorite mascaras currently, and I honestly, like, if I didn't do eyeshadow or anything, mascara would be the one thing that I would do without doing any eye makeup. After I finished my eye makeup, I went in and started highlighting and going in with the blush. With the highlight, I used the darkest shade in Carly Bible's 14 color palette, and it's one of my favorites. I just love it because it gives me this nice soft glow without being too overboard. And then I also used this velvet blush that my sister got from Ulta, and it's so beautiful. It's this dark purple plum color, and it's just so great, and I love it. And then after that, I went in with my NYX Liquid Suede and Liquid Lingerie brown colors and just played with how I wanted it to go on my lips. I will not be late for work. And that's my normal look for work. It's funny because I work at a Starbucks. I don't even work anywhere fancy, but I do fancy, especially with my makeup, because I just love it. I love makeup. Makeup is great. Thank you guys so much for watching this, and I hope that I can make more, and I hope that you guys like this. If this is on YouTube, subscribe to the channel that I will be creating for this. I want to start doing a lot of beauty stuff. It's always been a dream of mine. If this is on Instagram, like it, share it, do anything. It's probably going to be on all social medias that I have, which is everything, actually, that I think about it. So yeah, I hope you guys like it, and thank you. I will see you again soon. Have a good day.